Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast, and as proposed, I'm going to be doing Blades of Light and Shadow book review chapter wise. So, today I'm going to pick up the first chapter review, and then I'll be trying to bring out two chapters a week or something. So, in order to coincide the 10th chapter of Blades with the 10th chapter of Wake the Dead when it releases, I think we have 2 or 3 more weeks for that. So let's get started with the first chapter of Blades of Light and Shadow. Blades book is an epic RPG book. It would feel like it's not a story in choices, but actually like playing a game. That part they did really well. And in this book, for the very first time, I think as a main character, you get to choose your race, whether you're going to be human, elf, or orc. That was really fascinating, and specifically for a male main character, I think they added a new face, which was pretty amazing. We only see this face in this book and Distant Shores. And after you start the story, you get to see a battle almost 2,000 years ago where two elves are fighting against the evils and they're almost winning. Then the Dread Lord comes up and they're afraid to death. And then the Zeus, I think, says that we fight, we hope that someday we'll be avenged and a hero will rise. And then it takes the timer to 2000 years later in a tavern, and we see our main character with our brother Cade. We're just in the tavern drinking, and Cade is telling one of his stories about the Dreadlord and the big war, and he doesn't want to pay the bartender, and he thinks the story will do it. Then we have the first choice. We can either run or tell Cade to pay him. And then we come outside. We just enjoy the air. And a little bit about both of us were revealed. So it was said that we were found after a massacre outside the town. And then townsfolk took us in. And since we've been growing together. So that was an interesting combination, and how much our brother Cade loves us and he's our partner in crime. And then we meet our first love interest. We basically collide with him, and it was Mel. So his artwork, the first thing we see, not artwork but the face. So he was really angry, we thought. And then we see his side. We basically ask him what is he doing here. With two of our townsfolk, he was going to find some magical relic that they got to know it's here. And the two townsmen, or the one man and another woman, they were going to be paid for this. So Mel is an adventurer, and we say that we're also an adventurer, but Mel asks us some questions related to adventures, some terms, and then we are not able to answer those. So he addresses us as a kid, and we kind of get offended by that. So when they leave, we sort of talk among us that we also have our skills, our powers, and for the first time, we'll get to unlock our skills: one combat skill, one diplomacy skill, and then the rest of the skills will be unlocked depending on how you choose, what dimensions you choose, and how your point bar is moving. So on the top of the screen, you have the point bar. It was a pretty cool feature, I think. In Wake the Dead, we don't have that, so it's kind of hard. So at the end of the book, you actually see what's happening. So it was a cool feature on the top of that, like Queen Bee. So you actually get to see your progress with each and every reply and what you're doing. And then you go to meet either the blacksmith or market, and you get to flaunt your newfound skill, either one of the fighting skills or your diplomacy skill. And then you come out and you hear someone shouting, and you meet the second love interest, Nia, the priestess of light. And then she will ask you to help out with something that the one who was traveling with her is now in danger, and he was attacked by an owl bear. Owl bears are really dangerous, so you and Kate will go. Kate will be afraid, but you will use your newfound skills and scare the owl bear away. And you will also unlock a new potential energy that you can use, or a new skill. So it would be the third one, healing skill. I chose the Beastmaster for some reason, and if you choose that, you'll be able to communicate with beasts, and you will understand the owlbear, and you will send it away. and then you will get accustomed with and acquainted with Nia, the one who asked for help, and the one we save, Scholar Vash, who is traveling with Nia. And we'll get to know that they're originally from White Tower, and Nia hasn't seen much of the world, but she's out for the tour with the Scholar, and she will become a priestess of light one day. She'll ascend to that priestess, that priestess. She will be a priestess in future, and will ascend to that. And then we talk, and soon it's and also we will be asked to join them, accompany them to go to the north to a temple where they can go to see some goddess temples, the Temple of Illara, I think. And Kate will be really wary because that's the place where Mal probably went, and there are ancient relics, some dangers, and anything can happen. Vash and Nia offer us gold, but Kate knows that if we are dead, then what good a gold is. But we say the gold is gonna be enough to pay back our townsfolk who have taken care of us for so long. And then we finally agree, and for the night, we put our roots there, and Scholar Vash immediately sleeps and snores. So Kate jokes that it's really hard to sleep there. And then we and Nia talk after Kate turns in, and then for the first time in scene as a side quest. So we had this side quest. So this side quest didn't have much effect on the skill points, but if you do the side quest, you'll get to know the love interest, the characters, so their score will be up. And also the party system. So when first Kate joined you, they said the bird. Kate joined, and then the Nia, the priestess, joined. And this time you will go in this diamond scene to retrieve Nia'S magical bracelet, and you will see her magic in action. So you go there, you fight with some creatures, and then finally retrieve Nia'S bracelet, and then you gotta cut from those weird creatures and cromps, I think. And then finally Nia will use her magic, and you will see the art scene of Nia using magic, and then you'll see your wounds getting healed. And then you will come back the next morning, you will get to change your dress, and you'll see a little exchange between you and Kate with Nia. Like, you can admit that you have something for Nia, that Nia is really attractive to you or not. You have the option to choose either one of those. And then you go to the temple with Nia, Vash, and Kate, and immediately, as soon as you step into the temples, you see it's a massacre. Blood is sprawled over the steps, and bodies are lying, and the two townsfolk who were accompanying Mel is lying there. And what could have happened? They're dead, and it's a massacre situation there. So it definitely, our hearts sink, our stomachs spit, it sinks, and we have never seen something like that quite. What could have happened, or what could have gone down in that place where Mel accompanied two of our townsfolk, and now they're dead? So we will find out in the next chapter that what happened. It was the first chapter of Blades, and I remember 2 years ago, around this time, Blades was released. So it also brings back kind of good memories to read it at this time. But an amazing book. The first chapter was an epic. I don't think any other book has this kind of first chapter, and to be honest, Blade's first chapter, I think, was the longest of any other book. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Blade's, a lot of things happen, specifically if you chose the diamond options. Even then also, like, you have so much content to read in the chapters. Absolutely well done, skill wise, point score wise, system wise. It's an amazing book, and the first chapter was well done, and it left us with a cliffhanger. So we'll see what happens in the next chapter. I'll pick it up soon with the chapter 2 review. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.